Hi friends, welcome to my channel Maths Academy by DG. Today we are going to continue the properties of determinants. Okay, this is the 5th class, okay, lecture number 5 in the determinant chapter. Already we have completed the introduction about the determinant first class, second class that is the exercise 4.1 and the third class properties about the determinant. Fourth class also properties about the determinant and the fifth class also which is going to continue the properties plus we can complete the some problems. So means some examples in front of exercise 4.2. Okay, whatever the properties classes are going now, they are very important. Okay, so because of after this class we can continue the examples about the exercise 4.2 and the exercise 4.2 also we can continue. Okay, so that's why all of you be careful about this. Okay, and one more thing, all of you take the fair notes. Okay, and start parallelly whatever the concept I am going to continue here, both all the peoples you have to write in your fair notes. Okay, and one more thing, if you are feeling good and if you are feeling my classes are good, so definitely you people have to like and share, subscribe to my channel. Okay, see, this is the property number 5. Determinant can be split. Determinant can be split if a row or column is expressed as sum of two or more terms. What is the meaning of this? The determinant can be split. We can split the determinant. When we can split the determinant means there is a condition. If a row or column can be expressed as, if a row or column, see this is the determinant. Okay, in this determinant, okay, I am going to split this determinant. When we can split this determinant means there is a condition. A row or column, suppose we are taking the first row here, row expressed as a sum of two or more terms. See, in this row, first row, a1 plus lambda 1, a1 plus lambda 1, this is what a2 plus lambda 2. This is the term in the R1 which is sum of two terms. Yes or no? a1 it is a one term and lambda 1 it is another term. This is the sum of the two terms. Similarly, a2 plus lambda 2, this is the second term in this which is sum of the again two terms. Okay, so like this, if it is in the form the determinant, it can be split. How we can split this one means, see, I am going to split this. Now first, see, this is the first element in the first row, it is having the two a1 and lambda 1. First we can write a1, then again a2, then again a2. Means in the determinant, whatever the first row is there, that is the sum of the two terms. Now in this we are taking the first term. In each and every element, the first term we are writing from the R1. Then second row and third row, that is as usual, no changes in these. Okay, and in between having the plus, now that's why we can write plus. After that again we have to write one more determinant. What is that? No need to observe the first term in the first element. The second term we have to write here in the first element. Again second term. Again second term. This is a very important property. Next, whatever the second and third row is there, na, as usual we are writing in the both the determinants, first determinant and the second determinant. No changes in this. This is the property of 5. Okay, this is the fifth property I am going to say. It is not a very toughest part, it is a very simple one. What I am going to say in this means, if you are taking the determinant, in the determinant, the determinant contains a determinant having the row which is expressing as sum of the two or more terms, means like this. Sum of the two terms is there now. In some situations maybe it will be sum of the three terms, like a1 plus lambda 1 plus it will be some b1 or lambda 2. This is the sum of the three terms. So again we have to write the three determinants. So sum of the two terms is there now. That's why we are writing we are going to split this determinant as a 2. Okay. If it is a three terms, sum of the three terms, we have to split the determinant as a three determinants. Okay. So we can see one example. Okay. I will drop this. See, this is the example 10. Okay. So what is given? Show that this is the total determinant is equal to 0. We have to show that this determinant value is 0. Okay. So first we have to observe the determinant. Okay. So already we have completed the some properties. Okay. Among that, which property we can apply here, we have to see. Okay. So now we are taking the LHS spot in this. LHS is, this is the LHS. A, B and C. Next one is what? A plus 2x and B plus 2y and C plus 2z. Okay. Next one x, y, z. See, by observing this, first which property we have to apply? We have to remember that. Okay. So by observing this, definitely we can apply the determinant. Means we can apply the property number 5 here. Because of by observing this determinant, in this the term, the second row which contains sum of the two terms. See, sum of the two terms are added. First we have to split this determinant. We have to split this determinant. Okay, just now we have completed na property number 5. I am going to split. So you people can split parallelly. Okay, A in this, the first term is A. I think you are also going to complete. You are very talented students. Okay, and in between having the plus na, just put plus here. And again we have to write one more determinant, that is what? A, B, C. Okay, next 2x and 2y and 2z. Okay, and after that x, y, z. Okay, now after going to split this determinant, what we'll do? You people have to say, because of already you have completed the properties. We have completed the 4 properties. This is the one. We have completed finally 5 properties. Only one property is left. Okay, after that we can start the exercise. That's why. See, by observing this determinant, so you people have to get the idea which property this is. A, B, C means first row and second row. They are identical or not? If any two rows or any two columns they are identical, then the determinant is equal to what? 0. Yes or no? The determinant is equal to 0. This determinant is 1. Okay. And by observing this, in this, suppose we are taking 2 is common. By taking the 2 is common, okay, definitely the left out part is here what? X, Y, Z. Here also having X, Y, Z. Again, both the first, second row and the third row, they are identical. Okay, this is the actually property number 4. We are taking 2 is common, means that is the property number 4. By taking the 2 is outside, again the two rows are identical. This is the third property. This is what? Fourth property. So you people have to write here actually by using the third property, by using the fourth property, like this you have to write. Here we are using which property to split this one? That is the fifth property. Again you have to write by using the fifth property in the solution. So see, I will rub this. Wait. This is this total part is 0. Okay. So I am writing here by using property 3. By using the property 3, we are going to say this determinant is equal to 0 plus. No need to observe here. We can continue from here. Next, from this we can take 2 is common. Now we are taking the 2 is common. By taking the 2 is outside, A, B, C. Next one is what? X, Y, Z. Again X, Y, Z. If you are taking the 2 is outside, means we can say 2 into, again the determinant is nothing but we are using this property, that is fourth property. Next, plus 2 into this total part is second row and third row is identical. We are using again third property. So this is the determinant 0. So finally we got the 0. This is nothing but what? RHS. We can say LHS is equal to RHS, hence short. Okay. We can start the property number 6. See, this is the property number 6. Okay, this is the last property in the properties of determinants. Okay, so the value of determinant remains same. The value of determinant remains same if we apply the operation Ri. This is actually Ri. In place of I, we can write 1, 2, 3. Okay, means first row, second row, third row. Ri tends to Ri plus k into rj, or we can apply the column operation also. This is actually row operation. This is what column operation. Already we have completed in matrices. Okay. So that's why this is the column operation. Ci is tends to, we can write here what tends to, Ci tends to Ci plus k into Cj. Okay. By taking the, I can explain this property by using this determinant. Okay. Within the 1 minute I will complete this. I won't be taking more time about this. So determinant is equal to, this is the determinant. Suppose if you are applying the property, not property, operation. If you are applying the operation, row operation or column operation, for this determinant remains, the value of the resulting determinant is say equal to the given determinant. That's all. This is the first point you have to remember. What is the point I am going to say in this property number 6 means, this is the given determinant. If you are applying the operation, either row operation or column operation, remains the resulting obtained determinant is there now. By making the, by expanding that resulting determinant, whatever the value we are having, the resulting determinant, that is equal to the value of this determinant. Okay. So see, this is the determinant. I am applying the row operation first. So now we can say this is the R1. Before going to apply the row operation, first we have to know that the rows, first row, second row, third row. If we are applying the operation, R1 tends to some R1 plus k into R2. Means in place of I we are writing 1, in place of j we are writing 2. That's all. R1 tends to R1 plus k into R2. Next, whatever the resulting determinant we are having from this one, say that is delta 1. Delta 1 is equal to, where is R1? This is the R1. Where is R2? This is the R2. So R1 value is A1. Remember this, how to apply the operation, that is very important. A1 plus k into, for whom we are going to multiply with k, for R2, the element of R2. This is the R2 element. After that, again similarly, this is the R1 plus k into, we are multiplying with R2 is B2. Again R1, see R1, this is the value R1 plus, and k into, we are writing R2. R2 is nothing but this is the R2. Completed. And remaining, whatever the R2 and R3 is there now, we are not applying the operation for that. That's why directly we have to write whatever the given R2 and R3. Okay, this is the delta and this is what delta 1. We got the delta 1 from delta or not? But if we got the delta 1 which is not a different one comparing to the delta value, whatever the delta 1 values will be get after the expansion, definitely that is equal to the what? The value of the delta only. That's why by applying the operation for the determinant, again the delta is equal to what? Delta 1. Means value of this one which is equal to again value of delta 1 only. Okay, we can see one of the example, definitely will be observed. So अभी properties of determinants, totally 6 determinants थे, but the properties of determinants हैं, तो total 6 properties complete हो गए सर अभी. तो इसके बाद अपन क्या करना चाहिए सर, बोल तो 1 by 1 एग्जाम्पल्स करते जाना है. तुम्हारे को भी मालूम है सर, अच्छा सा मैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक ही क्वेश्चन परफेक्टली बोलता हूँ मेथड में. वो क्वेश्चन इतना इफेक्टिव बोलता हूँ मैं, तुम्हारे को मालूम है. अगर वो क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट होने के बाद जो भी मेथड्स रहते रिमेनिंग, वो रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस आप लोगों को ही करने का रहता है, ये भी मालूम है आप लोगों को. तो उसीलिए मुझसे भी पहले आप लोग आंसर करना है तो रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस का. तो डेफिनेटली आप लोग जो है सर ये क्लास बहुत ही इफेक्टिव सुनना चाहिए. ओके, एफर्ट लगा के आप लोग क्लास सुनो. ये एक क्वेश्चन एग्जांपल 11 जो है, तो बाद में से देखो आप लोग रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चन जो भी है आप लोग ही कर सकते हैं सर. तो इसके साथ आप लोग जो है सर, मेरा क्लासेस जो भी है आप लोगों को अच्छा लग रहा है तो प्लीज आप लोग जो है सर लाइक करो, शेयर करो और सब्सक्राइब भी करो. सब्सक्राइब करने के बाद भी आप लोग जो है सर घंटी के ऊपर क्लिक नहीं करें ना, तो आप लोगों को सर बोलते लाइव क्लास कब है उसका अपडेट आपको नहीं मिलेगा. ओके, तो इसलिए आप लोग पहले सब्सक्राइब करने के बाद घंटी के ऊपर क्लिक करो. ओके, तो आप लोगों को सर नोटिफिकेशन मिलेगा कि क्लास लाइव क्लास कब है. ओके, तो लाइव क्लास कब रहेगा मैं उसका अपडेट मैं आप लोगों को देते रहता हूं. ओके, चलिए आपको ये क्लास अपन मैं इसमें क्वेश्चन को मैं कंप्लीट कर देता हूं. सी एग्जांपल 11, प्रूव दैट. So this is the important question. One by one we can continue the solution about this. So this is the determinant, prove that. So this is the LHS and this word RHS. By taking this LHS, we have to get the RHS value. Suppose we are going to expand this, definitely we will get the A cube answer. Okay, actually this is the property number 6. Example related to property number 6. Suppose we are using plus minus plus. If we are going to split that, if we are going to expand the determinant, you will get the A cube. Or the one more method, by using the operations, row operation or column operation, also you will be get the A cube. That is the property number 6. Okay. See, we are taking here LHS A plus B and A plus B plus C. 2A, 3A plus 2B. 4A, 3B plus 2C. Okay. 2C. Next one is what? 3A, 6A plus 3B. Next 10A plus 6B plus 3C. This is the LHS part. Now we have to get the solution A cube by using the row operations. Okay. How we can get? Means remember one thing in this. Only these three places I will round off that. 1, 2, 3 places we have to make the 0. 3 places we are going to make the 0. Okay. First we can make these 2 places as a 0. I am applying the operation. If you are going to form this place as a 0, so definitely we have to see, we have to use the R1. In place of R1 having what? A, we are going to multiply for the R1 with 2, because of 2A minus 2A is 0. That's why R2 tends to, remember, R2 minus, I am writing 2 into R1. Sir, why we are writing 2 into R1 here? If you are feeling it is a doubt, so you can comment immediately, I will be reply that. Okay, so that's why, are you able to understand here? R2 minus 2 into, I am writing what? R1. Okay, so R2 minus 2 into R1. So R2 minus, just we have to observe these two. No need to observe this total part, just observe this. Because we have to make this place as a 0. So to make this place as a 0, 2A minus 2A is what? 0. So we are multiplying with 2 for the R1. Then one more thing, R3 tends to R3 minus, so this is what? R3, this is what? R1, this is the 3A, this is what? A. By multiplying with 3 for R1, you will get 3A minus 3A is 0. That's why 3 into R1. Okay. Now we are applying these two operations for this determinant. See, first row is as usual. No need to change this. And second row, we can change the second row here. See, R2 minus 2 into R1. This is the R2. This is what again? R1. Multiply with the 2 for the R1. 2A minus 2A, it is a 0. Yes or no? Multiplying with the 2. 2A, this is what? 2B. 3A minus 2A. This is actually 2A, 2B. Multiplying with the 2 for this. 3A and is what? Minus 2A. 3A minus 2A is A. Okay. Again, 2B, this is what? 2B. 2B minus 2B is 0. Remember. Next, 4A. Again, we are multiplying with 2. 4A minus 2A is 2A. I am multiplying with 2 for this. Remember, we are applying this operation. Next, 2B is there now. This is the 3. 3B minus 2B is B. And 2C minus 2C is 0. Then, last one. R3. R3 minus R1. 3 into R1. R3 is 3A. 3A minus, we are multiplying with what? 3 for R1. Means this is the 3A. 3A minus 3A is 0. Next, 6A, this is 3A. 6 minus 3 is 3A. After that, this is what? 3B and 3B. Okay, 0. Next, 10A, we are multiplying with 3. 10A minus 3A is what? 7A. And 6B minus 3B. 6B minus 3B is what? 3B. And 3C minus 3C is 0. So we got the 2 places is 0. We have to make this place as a 0. How will we make this place as 0? See. This is the place A, this is what? 3A. To get this place as a 0, definitely you have to multiply with what? 3 for R2, not R1. Multiply with R2. Because of these 2 places are 0. 0 minus 0 again, we will get here 0. That's why we are using the R2 only. The operation I am writing here, which operation we are using? R3 tends to R3 minus, for which value you are multiplying for R2? With 3. So 3 into R2. Okay. Next. This is the last step. After this our solution will be concluded. A plus b, next a plus b plus c. This is the R1, and for R2 also we can write directly R2, no need to change R2, 2a plus b. And what is the changes in the R3? 0 minus 0 is 0, yes, and this is the 3a. We are multiplying for the R2 with what? 3. So 3a, this is again 3a, 3a minus 3a is 0, okay. And say this total part is there now, we are multiplying with 3 for this, 3 to the 6, 7 minus 6 is a, 1a, okay. Next 3b, 3b, 0. So we got this determinant, okay. After having the 3 places 0, directly we have to multiply the diagonal elements. These all are the diagonal elements or not? Yes, these all are the diagonal elements. We are multiplying diagonal elements, a into a into a, a into a into a means a cube. This is what RHS. All of you understand? Okay, so we can continue the remaining questions, okay, in the next class.